What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Julian here from Photosfera, back again with another video. I know it's been quite some time, but I got a new one for you today about the most used real estate photography gear 2022. What's in my bag? What do I use the most of? Coming right up. So it goes without saying, obviously we need a camera to shoot real estate, but I'm using my R6 and my EOS R to film the video today because I lent one of my camera bodies to a good buddy of mine, a fellow photographer. So it goes without saying that my favorite camera body right now is the Canon EOS R6 for real estate photography. It's a 20.1 megapixel, pretty much the same sensor as in the Canon 1DX Mark III. I don't need more than 20 megapixels to do real estate. They're light files, and in Canon C-RAW, most of my files are between 10 and 12 megs. So for high volume homes that I shoot almost every single day or every week, that's perfect. Rock solid reliability, super great ISO. It shoots in 10-bit log, does great video. I don't need anything else. That's my first thing. Next up on the list is my Godox AD300 300 watt strobe. I absolutely love this thing. I use it every day. It's got more than enough power. It's a lot smaller than the bigger brother, the AD400, and even smaller than its bigger brother, the AD600. I tend to use it with a handle that I get off Amazon, cheap handle, $20, lasts me for months on end. That way I can pop as I go away. And I use it with the Godox, I believe it's the AD14 reflector. Added accessory for $30, gives me a half a stop extra light and a bit more control of a bounce when I need it. It's reliable. I've had it for the last year and I would highly recommend it. I like it actually a lot more than my AD200s. I have 4 of those that are also in my bag. Next up on the list, well, because I'm a lighting photographer and I tend to use a mixture of stands and hands as I'm working through my homes, I tend to use stands, is my Manfrotto Nano stand. I absolutely love these things. They're small and compact. These ones are still built in Italy. Not cheap at $150 US per stand. But in my opinion, with the amount of abuse that these stands take on the daily, I wanted something that's good quality, so I love them. They open up, they also fold out into an actual monopod, so I could remove the main unit and it becomes a full-blown monopod. And they're good for about 8 pounds, okay? Manfrotto says 3.3, but I've easily pushed these stands to a limitation of about 8 pounds. They've been rock solid every single time, and I've never had a problem. I use these typically when I'm shooting kitchens, larger spaces where I need to composite and add more light into my scene. I'll usually pop an AD200 onto here, or sometimes even a Speedlight, a Godox V1. So I absolutely love the Manfrotto Nano stands. There are some cheap knockoffs that you could find on Amazon that are decent, but I would highly recommend investing in good light stands to put your lighting equipment. You don't want this to fall over when you're working and bang up your lights, especially at $800 to $1,000 a pop. Things go quick. So that is my also amazing light stand that I love and I use it all the time. Next up on my list, I decided to put 2 lenses together. My most used real estate lenses would be the Canon RF 1435 f4. I use this lens about 80% of the time to do all my shots in real estate. It's wide enough and it zooms in enough that I have everything I need. It's f4. It does suffer from a bit more barrel distortion than I would like, even after corrections in Lightroom or Capture One. But honestly, for day-to-day real estate, it's all that I need, and most brokers would never even notice the distortion. It's just something that nitpickers notice, like myself. So I love it. If you're on the Canon R system, I highly recommend the 1435. Once again, pricey, but worth every penny. It's a workhorse, it's built solid, it's sharp, and it actually replaced my 1635 f4, which was an EF lens, which required me to use an adapter. So I bit the bullet and I bought the 1435, and I absolutely adore it, especially for photos. It's fast. I decided to combine this with another lens, which is the Laowa 20mm tilt shift lens. I'm sorry, this is not a tilt, it's a shift lens. So Laowa 20mm shift lens. I love this lens, especially when I need to get close to buildings or I don't have much space to back up. Instead of cropping and losing resolution, even for MLS, I can highly recommend using a shift lens. I'm eventually going to create a review on this lens that Laowa released, I believe about 6 months ago. It's a 20mm f4. It's fantastic. It's actually razor sharp. I've done tests comparatively to the Canon 17mm tilt shift and I've seen no difference in quality. And I've used this on several design shoots. It almost has no distortion. Laowa's 0D distortion claim is pretty real and it's pretty accurate. There's very little distortion on this lens. I use this mostly for exteriors or when I have space in kitchens, or sometimes I just get the urge to want to be a bit more involved. I'll use a tilt shift lens, a shift lens. The reason I don't opt to use the shift lens interior wise day to day is because it does slow me down. It isn't as fast as my 14-35, nor does it have any autofocus. So when you're shooting with a shift lens or tilt shift lens, you tend to pull back a little bit, take your time, have to manual focus, really think about composition, so on and so forth. So I believe that a shift lens or a tilt shift lens is much better for design or architectural photography, where you have a lot more time on site to get the shot and composition that you would like. Unfortunately, in real estate photography, you don't have very much time on site. Even in uber high-end properties like I shoot very often, I do take a lot more time to do my compositions than I normally would, but brokers still want you to be in and out as quick as possible. But I still highly love using my Laowa 20mm shift in combination with my 14-35 RF f4 IS USM. Thank you very much. My final piece of most used gear actually is my Peak Design Everyday Messenger version 1. I absolutely love this bag. I'm not gonna say Peak Design makes the best products in my opinion, because I don't think that they do, but I could say that the quality, the build quality, the ruggedness, the way it feels is paramount for me. And Peak Design has wonderful customer service. If ever you have a problem, they offer a lifetime warranty, and honestly, they stick by their product. The latches are very strong, they hold together. It fits all of my gear, which includes a camera body, two Godox AD200s, an AD300, a Godox V1, as well as transmitters, hardware, flash gels, and a gray card, and some extra batteries. And literally I can just hoist it over my shoulder, go into my listings, and it even holds my Peak Design capture clip. So I haven't done a review of this bag. Like I said, I just started this channel after a 1.5 year break, but I might get into doing a review, my own personal review of the Peak Design Everyday Messenger. So there you have it. Those are all of my most used accessories for real estate 2022. I could name another 20, but this video would be way too long. I hope that's helped clarify what's in my bag day to day, how I use things, what I use them for, and why I like them. If you love this video, guys, please subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. If you have any comments about the video, you'd like to see something, you have a question, you want to know more, don't be shy. I'm always around. I will be more active now on the channel since our little daughter is getting older, and my wife is able to give me a hand a bit more with the channel now to, to produce things and do the editing, get things rolling together. So thanks a lot for all of your time today. I want to wish you guys, everyone, a great day, and I will see you in the next video. And remember, stay visual, people. Until the next one, have a great day.